everybody! I just got back from another big adventure! I went on a big car ride to Banff National Park with Mommy, Sawyer, Grandpa, and silly old Daddy. Our first stop was the town of Banff, where we went to see Bow Falls. While we were there, we saw a group of horses, just like Grandpa rides at home. Banff sure has some delightful smells. Oh boy, oh boy, oh, there's another nice smell. Oh boy, that's a nice smell. Oh boy. Next, we went to see some funny-looking rocks that are called hoodoos, before calling it a night and heading to our hotel. The next morning, I stayed with Daddy, while Mommy took Sawyer and Grandpa to Banff to run in the Melissa Half Marathon. There sure were a lot of people. Get ready, get set, off they go! And there's Sawyer and Grandpa. Go, Sawyer! Go, Sawyer! Oh, boy! Sawyer finishes the race! Here comes Grandpa! Run, Grandpa! Run, Grandpa! Oh, boy! Grandpa finishes the race! Oh, boy! Oh, boy! Oh, boy! I'm very proud of Sawyer and Grandpa for finishing the race. For finishing the race, they both got a fancy medal and a t-shirt. Oh boy, isn't that nice? Sawyer, those deer are being bad. Tell them to quit eating all the flowers. Grandpa went back to the hotel room to rest. Meanwhile, Daddy took Sawyer, Mommy, and me on a sightseeing tour. After dropping off Grandpa at the hotel in Canmore, we went past Banff and into British Columbia to Kootenay National Park and stopped at the Continental Divide. We then carried on to Marble Canyon. Marble Canyon is a very interesting place with lots of neat spots to climb into and wander about. Even silly old Daddy did his best to navigate about the canyon. The canyon was also crossed by several bridges. Mommy and Sawyer always carried me over the bridges in case I got silly and fell in. Or if you fell in, you would go down and down and down before you ever got to the bottom. At the far end of the canyon was a neat waterfall. It was time to head back to Daddy's car to go back to the hotel and have a good night's sleep after a very busy day. The next morning, we hit the road road again. Passing through Banff and made a stop at Lake Louise. Mommy and Daddy told me that Lake Louise is a very famous lake, and it sure is beautiful. We all made sure to have our photo taken in front of the lake. Then Grandpa, Sawyer, Mommy, and me went on a walk along the shoreline. We planted silly old Daddy on a park bench while we were gone, so he wouldn't cramp our style. At the far end of the lake, Mommy took a nice photo of the famous Hotel Lake Louise. When we got back, the time had come to say goodbye to Lake Louise and hit the road again. Our next stop was Peyto Lake on the Icefields Parkway. We walked through some spooky woods to get to an observation deck that overlooked a pretty blue lake way down below us. Daddy said Peyto Lake gets its pretty blue color from the powdery ground-up rock mixed in the melted water from the glaciers high up in the mountains in this area. It was time to get in the car and start to head back home to Edmonton. We drove to Saskatchewan River Crossing and then headed home to Edmonton by way of the David Thompson Highway. We left the mountains far behind and eventually got home. As much fun as it is to go on a big holiday, it is even more fun to get home again. I'm very tired from my adventure, so I'm going to have Daddy rock me asleep. Till next time, everyone keep safe and well.